Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we are back. And today we are going to be covering the versatile framework, we're going to be covering the smart plating, and we're going to be making sure how to start doing it to go into the space elevator. So if you want to know how to start doing the smart plating and the versatile framework to go into the space elevator, then this is the video for you. Please stay tuned, because we are going to do absolute madness. We've got a few bits and bobs as well to do, including building our new steel factory and covering a bits and bobs across this video. Now, I'm actually going to start and say that I already had a boo-boo for this video. I already recorded nearly 2 hours worth of this video, and I can't actually go back to the autosave that we started on, because unfortunately, as I actually saved the game and came off it, I realised the recorded video was corrupted. Yes, that is right. It was corrupted. If you do feel sorry, please leave a like. But unfortunately, this means I can't go back to where we were. So what actually has happened is that we actually did build versatile frameworks. We also did start doing smart plating. So we're going to quickly just go run over and just basically say what has happened. I do apologise that I didn't able to save the file or basically have another save file that we can go back to and redo. So what we do is we'll go back to the steel factory and we'll start from there, and I'll basically just explain what I've done and what you guys could do basically for it. Now, the reason why there's a long conveyor belt is we discovered in the recording that the foundations that I have started building for the factories that we have made in the last few episodes aren't actually true north. I'll explain that in a minute when we get back to the hub. But what that means is our life is a little bit more trickier than it should be. So what I've basically been doing, as you guys know, is building loads of long foundations to where I want to build. Now, I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was press control and it'd be on the world grid. So no matter where I am, I could just do that. And if I ever did build along foundations, they would connect. So this is what I've basically done. So I've fixed the coal and iron bit where we've got an extra. So whatever happens with the steel pipes, the iron's actually going to come down here and come up there and fill that out. Because at the minute we're not producing steel pipes because they're in the storage container, because we're not actually doing much. There is a sink there, but at the minute I've just turned it off just for electricity. So they're going to come in. They were going to go to the storage, which they do, and then what they do is they go up and head towards the modular frame. I was going to build tractors for this, as you knew, but I kind of wanted to make sure that if we were going to do tractors, it connects to everywhere. So I'm going to leave this to you. Do you guys want me to rebuild off camera everything that we've done and put the foundations to true north, or leave the steel factory and the non-grid factory, as I call it, as it is, leave its temporary like coal power to power that only, and then start building everything else to true north? Because the coal power Mark II is to true north, and the foundations for the new steel factory are now on true north, because we did start building it on the recording, so you can kind of see where we kind of got up to. Pretty much not as what you guys would be thinking. It's only foundations and a few miners that have been placed, so it's nothing crazy. But what I am going to do is, before we go to the steel factory, is go and collect a few slugs so we can pick some power shards. Because while we're not doing tractors as such, if we get the slugs to make power shards, we can make the miners to the required like output for the steel, so we don't have to keep finding more iron to bring towards us. So yeah, so that is basically what had happened, of what I can remember. Oh, I missed it. Oh dear. Alright, let's go back. Yeah, so that's all I can remember actually happened. I did actually start recording this like Tuesday night. I did have a break. Because I didn't want to get frustrated and burn out and just get, oh, that's it, and quit. But no, so that's why we're here. Back recorded. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. There's one power slug, and I think there's another one up here, so what we're going to do... Yeah, I can show you, actually. So, as you can see, the foundations from down here are there, right? Or like here. So, if we just bring that up really quickly. What do I do from here? So as you can see, these are the foundations connected. True north, however, if I can get it unconnected, is there. So as you can see, they aren't going to connect, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. Right, we'll do this, and we'll do zoop, and we'll build across. Right. Hopefully, I don't think there is any enemies on this one, but there could be actually. Right. What? Oh, you're on top of this, I bet you. Oh, are you stuck in it? Oh, I'm gonna have to get an explosive thing and destroy this, I think. Okay. Yeah, okay, we need a bomb for this. Okay, that's fine. So, we'll just dismantle this. Alright. I know, I might as well just go over here. Just do control must dismantle. Right, so we'll head over to the steel factory. Alright, there we go. Right, I'm going to leave that there for a minute, because then we can use this to go up if need be. Right, so what do we need for the foundry? So we need cables and we need some modular frames. Well, I know where the modular frames are. They're down here. Yeah, you can tell I haven't actually loaded the game in since the incident because it still says day 2 for the Christmas. Because I haven't actually done the extra parts for that. Right, there go modular frames, so they go into here. There we go. I'll say that's enough. Right, and we won't head up to the hub bit, we'll go left. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got loads of first order framework being made. And so with smart plating, we're finally getting there. I'll have turned first order framework off though for the minute. Just so we can get some steel beams getting made. Right, have we got any power slugs nearby? I don't think so. Oh, there's a gift over here. There we go. Oh, Ada's going to come and say a wonderful thing. Yeah, I thought she was going to complain to me. Alright, there we go. We do need to actually make love to the cables and the copper because we are kind of a little bit, what you call it, not giving it any love. Yeah, we're not going to go in there because that is dangerous. Oh, actually, if I do remember correctly, I just need to I'll mark them actually off camera. I kind of know where they are. Yeah, another tip as well, what I learned is if you collect power slugs, you can actually mark them so you know where they are. Just so you don't scan the same ones. Right, so yeah, so all this is off grid because I built the power to the coal. Yeah, so that is all off grid, which we'll need changing at some point. But the reason why I'm traveling a little bit to the new steel factory is because this will be for the steel encased beams. So the reason why I'm saying this is the steel beams encased is because it's limestone right next to the place. As you can see, we're just coming up to it. So here's the limestone. And then this is where we kind of get going with the foundations. So we kind of started off with the miners. The only problem is though, these miners are impure. Hence why I'm hoping for these slugs, which I'm going to get this one actually, because I didn't realise there was one here. I've only just seen it. Yeah, so they're all impure, hence why I kind of want the power shards. And actually upgrade to miner Mark 2s. But we'll do that. Go on. There we go, nicely done. Cool, cool. There we go. So I might actually have to head back to the hub because I actually forgot to do a crucial thing that we were going to do. Unless I can build another one. No, you can only build one. Ah. Okay. What I'll do then is I will be back when I come back from the hub. Right, we are back. So I just basically went to go and unlock the advanced steel production. So we've got the encased steel beams, so we can start the recipe, so we can start making them. And then when we've made them, we can upgrade the miners to Mark II. So that's pretty much what I kind of did, which was very nice indeed. But then, in the meantime, we will just put a power shard. Let's see, it's only going to do 45 a minute. Are they all 30, I believe, aren't they? 30 and 30. Okay, well, what I do then is just put 2 power shards in this one. Because then, oh no, not that one. Because this could make 60. And then hopefully this could make 60. There we go. So we've got 60 each. Cool. So how are we going to do this? This is going to like probably come down here. So like nicely down. With that, we'll probably come down into here. Then we're going to try and hopefully go straight like that. Even though we have to deal with elevation and etc. But it's fine. So let's see how we can do this. So we do need the foundries for this because they're going to need coal and they're going to need the iron ore. So let's say 1 and 2. Steel ingots. Steel ingots. Now they need 45 a minute. Now if you do so if you do 60 divided by 45, that's actually only cover 1.3 foundries, which ain't great. So if I do 120 divided by 45, then you can do 2.6. You can actually do 3, which is going to be fine. So what I'll do then is do... Ooh, how am I going to do this actually? Basically, then I'll say then this can come down here. Like that. Like so. Now, let's say we do a merger. A logistics merger. So gonna, why is that not showing how it's gonna come out? Okay, a bit weird. So let's go back there. And then this can go nicely into there. So that can come into there. So that's then 60. So we've got 60 then coming out here, which is good. Now, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? So 60 divided up by 2. What was it? 60 divided by 45. Can I do 1.3 really? Okay. So if we do 60 divided by 3 is 20. Okay, 20. But that's actually 40. So we're only going to be 5 off. 60 not going to come down into there. Alright, that's fine. We'll do... Yeah, we'll do outer layer. So 60 will be going like that. Into there. So it's going to be going to 30 into this one. Which is okay. Alright. So let's say... Oh, that doesn't look nice. Yeah, about there. Like that. Okay, so 30 is going to go in that way. Into there. That means then 30 is going to come out this way. We've still got 60 coming in there, so that's going to be 90. Which we'll see where we can merge it to. Perfect. Okay, so they are going to go on the outer layer, so hopefully... Oh. Ah, just. Okay. That's a little bit of a problem, but that's fine. So that's going to come into there. 30 is going to come out here. 30 is coming here. 60 is coming here. So 60 plus 30 is 90, of course. Divide it by 2, it's going to be 75. So if it merged and split, 75 is going to go to one, 75 is going to go to the other. Is it? That can't be it. No, 90. There you go, that's better. 90 divided by 2 is 45, so actually that'd be good. I gotta say, maths ain't correct there. So, what we do then is we'll merge it here. So it goes like that. Into there. That into there. And then split it out into there. Actually, that could be 5 now. And then we do another foundry into there, which will then do that. Cool, we've worked it out. So there we go. So that is now the iron sorted. Okay, cool. Now this is now going to be the problem where we are going to take forever, because we are going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is fine. Now, where should I actually take it from? We'll go this way. We'll go to the coal place. Because for the minute, we are going to have to do conveyor belts. Now, I will make this look probably neat. But what I will do is I'll do this bit off camera, because it's going to be a lot fiddly. And then when we get the tractors, we'll demolish the conveyor belts and turn them into a tractor road. So I'll see you once I put the conveyor to the steel factory. Right. So we are back. I've done the whole conveyor belt. It's not going to look pretty. It's going to take a while for the coal to come out anyway. So by the time we finish the setup, hopefully the coal will be here. Actually, I will do some storage containers actually. So let's just remove that quickly. We'll put a storage container in. Just so if when the coal is starting to come down and we still haven't finished, at least it's going to be an excess of coal. Now it only does 60 a minute, which is so it's not really going to run efficient. This is until I sort out the tractors. But I'll wait for you guys to decide what we're going to do with the non-grid factory before we do that. So as they're going to come into here, we are going to do the lifts. That's what we are going to do. So like that, like that, and like that. Now, logistics, splitter. I need to stand on something that's not going to move. I'd say that'd be perfect. Now, if I lock that, then nudge it up. No, wrong way. Alright. Yes. Oh, I've done the enter finger. Right. There we go. Now let's do the same. Lock it. There we go. There we do one last one here. There we go. Oh my god, why is that not? No. Why is that not shunted? What? Oh, that's ridiculous. I don't understand how that's... Let's page up. I must have like really got it in here. There we go. Now that should do its job. So then coal go in there, coal go in there. Like that. So 60 goes in there, 30, 30, then 15, 15. So 15 is going to go into this one. So, bit disappointing, but it is what it is for the minute. So we are now going to get steel. So we are going to do it by, it's going to be 45 per minute, because it will be once I've upgraded the coal situation for all three. Now, one of these is only going to be for steel pipes, and the others are going to be just for steel beams. So this one, let's focus on this one for now, because this will probably be the steel pipe situation. So let's do 4 of these in a minute. Let's build them along. We will probably have to put a staircase situation, like so. Like that. Now the problem is I don't think I brought my solid biofuel with stuff, so the trees are going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so then they're going to come up, and then with that, like so, build along like that. So they're going to come up, and then they are going to. So still beams. Actually, this one might come actually round. We'll loop this round actually, and then what we'll do is do the constructor there. Now with steel pipes, how many can I do? 30. Okay, and what we're doing, 45. So 45 divided by 30, 1.5. Okay, so we do 1.5 machines. Right. Okay. Which is fine, we could do that. Because what we could do is do this. Steel pipes. Now, what is 45? Ooh. 45 divided by 2. Okay, 22.5. So I need it to do 22.5. Okay, so 14.8 is the answer. There we go. So we're making 14 steel pipes a minute. Logistics. Let's get the splitter. Just like that. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, actually, that don't look nice. I want that to be straight. There you go. So there you go. So they're going to come out. They're going to make the steel pipes. These, however, are going to be making the steel beams. So they're going to come up, and this is where it gets nicely done by doing the constructors. So with these steel beams, they need 60 a minute. Okay. So we need 60 a minute, we're making 45. So 45 times 2 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45, it's not great. So let's do divided by 6, it says 1.5 machines. So if I divide that by 2, we're doing 45. Okay. So they merge and then split. Just so it makes it look nice. Okay, so merge. That goes into there. That goes into there. And then like that. Cool. So, now this is because this is now getting 45 a minute. So, let's... Okay, what's at 11.4? Oh, so close. 11.3. Okay, no. What about 11.25? There we go. 11.25. It makes 11 steel beams a minute, which is fine. Paste. There we go. Cool. So they're going to come in there. They're going to come out like that. Coolio. Which then will merge together. Oh no, wrong way. Merge together. And they go like that. Alright, so now we are now going to do the encased industrial beams. How many do we need? So we need 18 a minute. Okay, and we need 36 concrete per minute. How much are we making? We're making 11.25. So 11.25 times 2, which is 22.5. How many do we need? So we're making 22.5, and we need 18 a minute. Okay, so 22.5 minus 18. So we're actually going to have left over 4.5. Okay, which is fine. Right, so they're going to come out like that. So we aren't really going to make any extra steel beams for now. So I will probably have to redo this layout a little bit off camera. But I kind of want to try and get started making the encased steel beams, because we do need them more importantly than anything at this moment in time. Because we are making the frameworks at the minute with the off-grid factory, so we don't need to worry for that just now. If we do want to use the new steel factory to do that, then of course that is where we'll have to go, right, let's change the layout a little bit so we are doing the right stuff. Now luckily for us, limestone is over here. Come on. Waiting for it to break. There we go. Now if I do foundations, yeah, about that. That would do nicely. Get the miner. So we're making 60 a minute. Now concrete. You need 45 a minute. Okay, isn't great, but that's fine. Do I have an extra power shard on me? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. So, right, let's focus on doing this. So now, I'll say this will probably be like the concrete area. And that. Like that. Because then we need a constructor, which can go there. No constructor, which can go there. And a nice little splitter, which can go there. To make concrete. And to make concrete. Now, starters, I'm just going to start letting it produce the required concrete it needs. There we go. Now, if I just do foundations 2, I know that we've got the big ones here, but that's fine because we can ramp up to them. Alright, so let's do that, and then do the ramp like so. Coolio. So the concrete is then going to come down through here, up through here, and then how do we make the encase? The encase steel beams need to be in a assembler. Okie dokie. So then they are going to go into there. Okay, so we do need another ramp situation here. Probably ramp 2. No, yeah, ramp 2 would probably do fine. Like so. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit of grass in, which is going to be a bit annoying, but that's fine. Just like that. Yeah, because then they can loop around and back in. So, let's get this sorted then, shall we? So the concrete is getting made, which is nicely done. Logistics, get the merger in. Like that. Alright, so it goes like that. we'll curve it up like that. Okay, I'm not quite sure why that's doing that. Right, there we go. Look at that. We are getting somewhere. And then what we'll do is we'll get the assembler down here. So then what that'll do, that will go into... Oh, I'm missing iron plates. No! Oh, just for the sake of it. We'll do this. Now, it's going to look a little bit funky. But that's fine. I'll grade them back to Mark 1s. So there you go. Concrete will come into there like that. So then the encased steel beams will be getting made. Right, so let's start by doing the power, because Colt is now arriving. Which is good. Alright, so let's build the power up here. One over there. One over there. One over there. Let's just set this present. Okay, that's... Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Let them start producing. How much coal have we got in the storage box so far? Ooh, quite a lot actually. Well, that's good. Okay, I'm just going to let the miners kickstart real quick. Nicely done. So they're going to start producing. Good, good. Where's the one where we did... Is this the 60 completely? Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Right, so that's going to come down there. Right, let's now start producing the power for this. Let's go into the height so we can actually see. Where's the power poles there? Right, so let's do that. Ah, dear. I've fallen. I've fallen. I know, I'll just do it from here. Like that. Like that. Yeah, at least the iron is coming down. At least we're making concrete as well. Okay. Now we should... Iron should start being plonked in it. I don't think iron actually will go in with it yet. No, it's going to wait. I'll wait a little bit for it just to fill up a little bit. Just so we've got some access of iron, and then we'll start the automation for this. Right, okay, I should have enough now. So, let's see where the power pole is. Here it is. Now, it should all be connected now. Looks like it. How much power we're now making? Max consumption is 791. We are making 825. So we do need to expand our coal at some point. It does say capacity 1000, but that's because of the biomass. Right, there we go. So we should now start making... There we go. Steel! Look at that. What I will do is merge these. Oh, I won't be able to. But what I'll do is, off camera, I'll merge them together. So we can put them in a storage container. But there we go. So we're now going to start making encased steel beams. So we're going to be making 6 a minute, hopefully. You know what I might do is start letting them produce. There we go. Which I will need to get a storage container for. But there we go. You know what? I'm actually quite happy we've been able to do this. So we can tick this off in terms of build a new steel factory, which is good indeed. Now, once you guys have decided what we're going to do with the factories and all that, then we'll decide where the space elevator goes. But we'll probably put a space elevator around here near the new steel factory, because we can bring the modular frames down and actually make versatile frameworks with this new steel factory. So that's probably the way to go. Now, what we will do is look at that. We're finally actually making the encased steel beams. Now while they're starting to be made, and this is going to be getting used to what it's doing, I'm going to show you what you should be doing when you have got the plates, the versatile framework, and the wiring. Now, we haven't done the wiring just yet, so the wiring won't matter. But let's just say we did, and we got all three, and we do need to place them in the space elevator. Now, with the space elevator, it makes you unlock phase 2, unlocks phase 3, and so on and so on. Just because it doesn't say you need smart plating in the next phase, doesn't mean you don't need it, because smart plating, I believe, is needed for modular engines. Someone quote that to me in the comments, but I believe that is right. And same with the frameworks, just because it doesn't say like stuff like that, you might still need it. So keep making them, just don't stop if it doesn't say so. So let's just head to space elevator and let's just show you. Do I have any on me, framework wise? Yes, I do. Do I have any smart plating on me? Yeah, I have 2, which makes me laugh. Right, so let's go around this way actually. So when we do move the space elevator to a prime location where we can start doing the tractors and the trucks to start loading it up, there will be some loading bays, as you can see just there, and there should be one around the other side, which we'll be going to. Now you don't really have to if you're doing it by hand, but I'm just going to show you anyway. So here you go. So when we get tractors or trucks, we can make a truck station and they can unload. And for example, we can feed them into these conveyor bits, like so. And of course, they will add up. And as you can see, we've done 46 out of 1,000, 15 out of 1,000 for the smart plating and the framework, retrospectively. So that is how we're going to do it. But we are going to, hopefully next episode, once you guys have voted on what we're going to do with this factory and so forth, we'll move this and we'll make this automated so we don't really have to keep going back and forth. So next episode we'll probably just do the redo of the framework, possibly over near the steel factory, or make a truck station to load it into the new steel factory. We'll sort something out. Comment down below any suggestions to make it easier for us. But I hope you guys are enjoying the series still. It's starting to get complicated and I do understand, but we're learning together, and you know, hopefully by the time of next episode we start doing the wiring, or maybe the episode after that, and we can do phase 2 complete. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any more of these videos, and I hope you guys do enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.